So the vlog begins now. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this weekend I will be going to a spiritual convention.
So basically, a spiritual convention is a large gathering of people who come together to learn, worship, and grow in their spiritual beliefs.
And so it is a 3-day convention, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm going with my family, and of course, we can't get there and not have anything to eat. But so far, this is what we have. So far, this is what I've bought. I'm about to kill this now. But yeah, that's the rest of the stuff in there. My life is a lot, and the reason why it's a lot is because I'm holding almost everything by myself with no help from anyone. And here's the thing, it's one thing to be the type of person that doesn't like asking for help. It's another when even if you ask for help, they can only meet you as far as they can. Anyway, we cannot wrap the day up without grabbing some store-bought sushi. So this is from Checkers. Yeah, I think sushi is my favorite meal. One of, not the only, but one of. Like, if I was asked, what do you want to eat? So you could have any dish you need. Oh, that was so African. Any dish. If you could request for anything right now, what would it be? I definitely would say definitely sushi. So I'm going to put my wasabi in the soy. Like so, just... I don't have chopsticks, so I'm gonna improvise. I'm gonna improvise with the wooden fork. Everyone needs a spiritual life, you know. You can be a baddie all you want, but you also need to have a relationship with your spiritual side. And so that is why I am going to this convention. I did go last year, but I did not vlog it. So my YouTube has kind of been dry, like I haven't been posting. So I figured, hey, why not? This is gonna be content filled. So today is Thursday. I like doing my shopping the day before, and so the plan is on Friday we're going to be having rolls with butter and cheese and some fish on the side, and then on Saturday I wanted to do boerewors rolls, basically a sausage. For you guys who don't know what a boerewors is, spicy sausage, okay, and some ketchup or whatever. And then on Sunday, that's when I'm gonna have a longer day. So when I come back from the convention on Saturday, I have to immediately cook when I go home. So the menu is gonna be rice, beef stew, cream spinach, pumpkin, chakalaka, beef stew. Did I mention that? Beef stew, roasted potato salad, as well as a drumstick. That's if a grilled drumstick. That's if I'm still gonna be in the mood to do it. So I've got a jam-packed weekend ahead, but I'm excited because at the end of the day, I know that I wouldn't be able to do all of this without that spiritual strength that I get from God, right? So I am amped up, I'm excited, and yeah. Hi guys, it's literally 5:56 a.m. I got up 30 minutes ago. Today is day 1 of the convention. So we currently don't have electricity. Yep. We don't have electricity. So I'm working with what I've got right now. I'm using 2 of my phones. One to record, the other is giving me lights. And you know what? We're gonna do this. Nothing is gonna let me down. Nothing is gonna let me down at all. The devil is such a liar. He thought that by making the electricity go away on the day of the convention, it would demotivate me to not get my spiritual food and be like, oh no, and throw a temper tantrum. I'm a grown woman. Sometimes I know how to thug it out. Like if there's 2 slices of bread left and maybe tomato and onion in the fridge, nothing else, I know how to make tomato gravy, toast that 2 slice, make it work. I'm definitely. You would think with all his tricks over the years, he would know me by now. Satan, you don't know me. I like my baby hair to be a bit dramatic, like an adult hair, not a baby hair. You see? Like drama, like, oh, okay. She's bad and bougie type shit, like, yes. Okay. And then I'm going to just do my makeup lightly and come back after dressing up and on the way to go because I'm trying to be proactive, okay? We have arrived to our destination. Hold on, I want to flip the camera. This is where it's going to be for the next 3 days. Vibes, honey, vibes. So this is my outfit. I'm sure you guys have seen this outfit before. I'm dressed like a guy, but I'm nice and warm. So now I'm going in to go try to find seats for my family and myself. So let's go. 希望是暴风雨中的宝，希望是阳光温暖自然，幸福就在眼前。You know when you fully invested in something, you forget to even take out your camera and record. So the remainder of the day, I did not record, but it was an awesome day. I am back home. It's been a good day. I'm excited for day 2. Tomorrow, I'm thinking something on the traditional side. I'm thinking... Yeah, here's a personal observation. You know what? When it comes to spiritual things, I always forget to turn my camera on. I also did not record the remainder of this day. But at least you guys got to see what I wore, right? I was fully invested. Like I said, when I return on Saturday, I'm gonna be in the kitchen majority of the time. I'm gonna tell you guys what happened at the end of this video, but yeah, this is me cooking the Sunday dish, and yeah, now it's the next day. I'm wearing my abaya. You see, this is not gonna be like a fully detailed vlog. This was pretty much just snippets of times when I remembered to press record. There's just something about spiritual food and being actively present that made this vlog not necessarily difficult, but more hard to execute. I think that's why eventually when, you know, these streamers and creators get to the top, they end up hiring photographers and, you know, recorders, because doing this constantly, it needs you to be fully present. And I also have this thing where when people are literally, this is the end of Sunday. When people stare at me, I tend to lose my zen. Like, I understand I'm pretty. I understand I'm really good at grooming myself. But sometimes it gets to my head, not in a negative way, but I become even more anxious than I already am. So with all the stares, with my Xhosa outfit, and now this abaya that everyone was going crazy about, it was hard for me to take out my camera and start recording. So yeah, so in the next video you're about to hear me literally give myself a pep talk. The evil eye is a real thing. This was early in the morning and I was kind of worked up because people were really like staring at me. I was becoming anxious. So I have a habit of giving myself pep talks. I've done this since I was a young girl. I like to mentally and verbally encourage myself. So I went in my car and I started speaking life into myself. Number 1, an evil eye could be the fact that you look so good, you look so put together in spite of everything that you've been through. And then I think sometimes people don't like that. So the funny thing is, you would expect that from people who know you personally and know your story. However, some of the evil eyes I've been getting, because it's one thing to look at someone in admiration. I mean, I think sometimes I do that. Like when I admire someone, I linger, my eyes linger a little bit longer, you know. However, there are some that, you know, the person would be smiling, and then when they make contact with you, they frown and they give you this dark, cold energy. At first, I used to gaslight myself into thinking maybe I think people are mean to me because I low-key have insecurities. Like when someone treats me badly, my first thought is, ugh, it must be my outfit. This person doesn't like my outfit. It must be my makeup. It's too much or it's too less, or I'm just not fitting in. I always question myself when I feel like people mistreat me. I never say, oh well, that's on them, you know. But now I realize, screw that. When I'm in a good mood, when I'm in a good place and I'm floating in high vibrations, I treat people the same. I exude the same energy that I have. I think also sometimes it's a power tactic. Mistreating other people is a power tactic. It is a way for me to make you feel insecure without you even knowing what you did. So I'm just gonna give you a mean look. I appreciate and I respect people who are able to come up to me and say, you know what, you look good. You look good, and keep it pushing, so I know why you're staring at me. But those who give you that dark evil eye, it's so nasty, but I forgive them. And I'm not gonna allow that to affect my experience today. It's the last day of the convention. I need to get as much spiritual food as I can. I'm amped up. I'm not showing any skin. I am appropriate. I'm not offending anybody. I am minding my business while looking beautiful. And I'm gonna keep it at that. If someone gives me a negative energy, I send it back to them. I send it back to the sender. If you give me positive energy, I send it right back to you. I'm not gonna allow fickle human beings, imperfect human beings, to ruin my day. The thing with being a highly intuitive person is that you pick up things without words being spoken. This thing also of like, you recognize me, but then you choose to move on. Why don't you say hey and keep it moving? So I go as far as embarrassing you. When I see that you're trying to avoid me, I'll say hello, so that I see that you saw me, because that's some pathetic BS. I'm not gonna pull those worldly tactics on me. You're gonna greet me. We are in Jehovah's house. You're gonna greet me. I'm gonna greet you as well. The only time if I see someone I recognize and I don't greet is because maybe they're too far or they really did a good job at trying to avoid me. So I'm not about to break their neck so they can acknowledge me. Bottom line, the evil eye is real. The evil eye is real, and I don't think you can shun it off with some jewelry with eyes or markings on your body. The only way to do it is to pray to Jehovah internally and ask him to protect you and shield you. I've been through so much this week. I've been through so much. Things kept on happening. Yes, I said I would update you guys at the end of the video about what actually went down. So, how? I come back from grocery shopping on Thursday. Boom, Friday morning, on the morning of the convention, load shedding. Okay, that's funny, but that didn't win. We still went. How? Saturday, there's no water. Hi. So, when there's no water, usually by accident, you would leave the tap running unknowingly. Guess what? When we came back Saturday afternoon from the convention, my entire bedroom was flooded. So the water came back when we were at the convention, and my room was literally a pool. And I was like, I see what's going on. You think you're gonna win? You think you're gonna kill my spirit? That's not gonna fly. I'm still going to the convention. Devil, you're not gonna win. Stop. First it was load shedding, no water, and then water but flooding. You're not gonna win. So on Saturday when I was cooking that meal, my spirit was low, but I kept praying and I survived. It's almost like the enemy knew that I needed the spiritual food. So he tried everything to deter me and kill my vibe, also using people to ruin my mood. As you can see here, me venting and trying to pump myself up. Bottom line conclusion is, he is a liar. He didn't win. I am going through Job's trial right now. Some people want you to shrink yourself. I am not going to do that. I've been killing them with my fashion sense since Friday. Friday, I was dressed up like a dude. And I killed it. Saturday, I was wearing a closet. So today, I'm killing them with that Dubai. No one is going to make me feel like I should play small. No one is going to dim my light. The reason why I have this light is because of Jehovah. I am not going to shrink myself to make other people feel better. I am not going to shrink myself. Hi again, guys. This is the end of the vlog. I'm sitting here editing this video and I'm just laughing at the self-talk. Yeah, I was upset. I was anxious, I was insecure, and I was like, hey.
hey, I'm not about to be bullied by my inner voices as well, so this is an interesting time, but I needed this. It came at the right time. Been going through a lot, trials and tribulations, so when this convention was upcoming, I was excited. I needed this, and I suppose that's why the enemy tried everything in his power to bring me down, but he failed. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.